Hey YouTube, this is Heather. I'm back with another video. I wanted to share with you my art journal. This is the art journal that I've showed on a couple other videos. You might recognize it if you've seen those. I'll link them down to the bottom so you can see the first pages. These are the ones that I've already shared. And I've actually completed this journal, so I thought I would finish showing you guys everything that I've done in here. So on my last video I ended with this page, but I hadn't completed it. I had only stamped a few of these images and put the Tim Holtz tape on here. So now you can see that it's finished. I used a lot of Distress inks on this. I also used some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. That's what I used to get this dark brown drips right here. I also used some white acrylic paint to do these kind of lighter splotches. I put some glossy accents over the stamped images. I used this Tim Holtz ruler canvas ribbon stuff, and I used some, I believe these are Maya Road chipboard pieces, which I put some Perfect Pearls on them, and I really like how those turned out. So, I also drew in the stitches here with the pen. So I really like how that one turned out. Next, this I believe is a page that I showed you that I had doodled all over, so my name is all over the background, but then I inked it with Distress inks, painted over it, collaged some papers. There's some Chinese or Japanese symbols in there from an instruction manual. There's some pattern tissue paper. There's a little bit of tulle Mod Podged in there, some paint and stuff, and I actually used wax on this page, and if you melt wax, I just used a little tea light candle and dripped it over top, and then kind of spread it around with my heat gun. It melts through the different layers of the paper and gives you a really cool layered effect. This is a rub-on here, which I then covered with glossy accents. These are also rub-ons here, and this page is very shiny. This page I used a lot of Distress inks. I think this is mainly Vintage Photo, and I stamped this Tim Holtz wing image with StazOn ink. This is a library card in the background here, and then I stamped the date up here. I used some more pattern paper here. There's a little bit of emboss resist going on there. And this is a piece of zipper here and some rickrack, and then I just wrote, give your stress wings and let it fly away. That's written right here. This next page, this is an image I drew on cardstock, and then I watercolored it and outlined it with marker and stuff. This is kind of a caricature of myself. The only thing similar really is the hair, because I have brown hair, but obviously my eyes don't look like that, or my lips, because I'm not a cartoon. But anyway, I collaged several elements in here, and different colors of patterned paper, and then different colors of Distress inks, mainly brighter colors like green, yellow, red, and blue. And then I used some acrylic white paint over top. Actually, before I used the acrylic paint, you can see the shine here. I painted these swirls with glossy accents, and then I let that dry and then painted over top so it resists the acrylic paint. Here you can see some tape from Seven Gypsies, I think, and then there's some Seven Gypsies paper tape. Several different elements in here, and it's hard to see. There's actually writing here in white. You can probably just see it. That says what you see depends mainly on what you are looking for. And then when I look in the mirror, I see a girl that needs to find herself, and then it says, "Where will the wind take me?" So these swirls kind of represent the wind, and as well as the hair blowing because it's windy. And I thought that was kind of cool. This one has a bunch of journaling in the background. There's these black smears you can see. That was all journaling. And then of course I painted over it because they're kind of like hidden thoughts. I know they're there, but no one else can read them. And then it's got this rub-on over top and some stickers from Seven Gypsies, a little key charm, some paper lace, and then the bronze writing you can see is some lyrics to a song. It says, "You make me dance like a fool, forget how to breathe, shine like gold, buzz like a bee." And just the thought of "you can drive me wild, you make me smile." So that's from the song Smile. I forget who sings that, sorry, but you can Google it. This page, I did sort of a grungy look to it. I used, I don't know if I've shared this in another video, but I use very thick watercolor paper to make my journals, so then I can load on all kinds of stuff to the paper and it doesn't break down or anything. But here I actually tore the paper. This part is all torn, and this corner you can see is torn, like some of the first layers of the paper are torn off, as well as here and here. And then there's some dictionary paper put over top of that, and then that's torn off a bit as well in some spots. This is actually a chipboard puzzle piece that I cut out with a Cuttlebug die, I guess. Actually, I think it's just cardstock. I used some stickers here. I stamped these wings and cut them out. This is a Tim Holtz ticket. And there's some emboss resist here. And there you can see the dictionary paper underneath, and then I painted dark brown over top of it, and it resisted that. This one is another one that has wax on it. There's lots of different layers in here. These wings are cut out from some fabric, and then I burnt the edges a little bit, and there's some wax over top of that. The dark parts that you see are mostly rub-ons, like here, and these flower shapes, here and here, are, what's it called? Molding paste. So I used a stencil, put it over top, and then pulled it away and made that. And then there's some writing, some other rub-ons, lots of different layers here. And again, I like to stamp the date on some of them with my just office date stamp. Excuse me. These pages, it kind of is meant to blend together. It's two separate pages, but the red flames kind of draw into this page. So I created a brick sort of look on this using different washi tapes and ribbon pieces, and then I drew in the rest of them with some oil pastels. This bird I freehand cut out. I wrote this here. Sometimes we put up walls not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. So this is like a wall that needs to be broken down. These are some rub-ons here. And then the flames kind of flow into this page. This is the Tim Holtz bird cage, but I just cut off the top and the bottom. And it says, "Where can I find the key to this cage?" And then you can see there's a heart in the cage. So as if someone has locked their heart away. There's another bird here. This is a rub-on, and I cut this bird out to match the rub-on. The background of this is mostly watercolors and oil pastels and things like that. darker page. This one says "The unknown scares me," and then there's all sorts of journaling in the background, which explains my fears and concerns at the time. I don't even remember what this was all about. I'm sure I could pick out some words, but these chipboard letters were all different colors, different fonts obviously, and then I just painted them with acrylic paint and put some perfect pearls on them. You can see how shiny they are. The white, I did sort of a stenciling with a mesh. I see this is getting to be long, so I think I'm going to end the video here and I'll continue on to show you the rest. I've also got this other journal, so stay tuned. This is my new journal. You'll want to see that. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.